Welcome to Sergio Creativity.
The Finnish Compass. Question words. Welcome. In this session, we are going to learn how to ask questions in Finnish. In the Michel-Thomas method, the most important thing is to relax. If you don't remember something, it's my fault as a teacher, not yours. Don't try to memorize. Just follow the logic. If you need a moment to think before answering, just hit the pause button. Part 1. The identity, who and whose. Let's start with a person. The word for who is kuka. Say it with me. Kuka. Student, how do you say who? Kuka. Good. Now, remember from our previous building blocks, he or she is hän, and is on. Student, how would you ask, who is he? Kuka hän on. Perfect. Now, Finnish is a very logical language. When we want to say of or show possession, we often add an n sound. So if who is kuka, whose is kenen. How do you say whose? Kenen. Exactly. Now, the word for phone is puhelin. Student, try to build whose phone is this? This is tama. Kenen puhelin tama on. Perfect. Now, let's look at things. The word for what, when you are pointing at a solid object, is mikä. Student, how do you say what? Mikä. The word for key is avain. Ask me, what is this key? Mikä tämä avain on? Now, there is a second what used for abstract things or activities. Mitä. Student, if the verb to do is tehdä and you do is teit, how would you ask, what do you do? Mitä sinä teit? Perfect logic. Now, if you want to ask what kind of, we use millainen. Student, the word for coffee is kahvi. Ask me, what kind of coffee is this? Millainen tämä kahvi on? Perfect. Part 3. The three wheres logic. Finnish is famous for its directional logic. Instead of just one word for where, we have three, depending if you are staying, leaving, or arriving. The stationary where is missä. Student, how do you say where, or at, or in? Missä. The word for train is juna. Ask me, where is the train? Missä juna on? Now, the from where is mistä. Notice that esta ending. It always means from. Student, ask me, from where is the train? Or where is the train from? Mistä juna on? Excellent. And the to where, or whither, is mihin. Student, the verb to go is mennä, and you go is menet. How do you ask, where are you going? Mihin sinä menet? Perfect. Now, let's look at the reason for things. Why is miksi. Student, you live is asut. How would you ask, why do you live here? Here is täällä. Miksi asut täällä? Good. And finally, when is milloin. Student, if the train comes is tulee. Ask me, when does the train come? Milloin juna tulee? Perfect. Let's do a quick review of your building blocks. I'll give you the English word, you give me the Finnish question word. Who, kuka. Whose, the N logic. Kenen. Where, at. Missä. Where, from. Mistä. Where, to. Mihin. Why. Miksi. When. Milloin. Brilliant. You've just mastered the entire Finnish question system. You aren't just reciting words, you are understanding the directional and possessive logic that makes Finnish so unique. Nähdään pian. See you soon.